kicked me. Lady just kicked me. I said, I need to travel, and my dog kicked me. She said, you're not going anywhere. All right, we have a lot of cards. We have a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Let's look at them. Cycles. The White Witch. Be the light. Disappointment. The Labyrinth. Sophia's boyfriend has the labyrinth brain. Open communication. Miracles. The Lantern. And freedom. Right? See, Key, you are a free spirit. And you require to be freed. But it's from yourself first. And that's where we have been traveling to, right? Out of judgment from ourselves and other people. These are, I don't use these often because they were in a drawer that I didn't see them. I've used them a couple times. So it's new, right? These are my stained glass tarot I got for Christmas. Hey Dolores, how are we doing? Every time I see the name Dolores, I think of the Dolores Claiborne in Misery. I'm gonna break her legs.
J'ai eu aussi une séance aussi, une personne qui me dit « Oh mais de toute façon je mérite pas le bonheur, les autres ils le méritent et pas moi ». C'est rare que j'entende ça dans une séance en fait. Et quand j'entends ce genre de discours, ça veut dire que tu as tendance en fait à te dénigrer, à te juger mais négativement. Ce que je fais, en tout cas, et t'as vu tomber l'avenir. Même t'as rien vu du tout dans la séance en fait, concrètement. Salut Ruby Moon, pardon.
Okay. All right. So, I want to talk about this. All right. This is the... Alexa, turn it down. This is the Temperance card reversed, but let me just show you the art. Right? It's really pretty. That's like you. Holding margarita glasses. Right? So this is the Temperance card reversed. All right? This is the Two of Cups. Okay? And this is the Ten of Swords. All right? And so let's talk about some uneven energy within yourself. Okay? And this is what happens. Oh, hi, Oscar. Is it your snuggle time? He looked at me. He's like, where are you going? Virgin margaritas, they'd be like the virgin daiquiris, right? And so let's look at this. Okay, you are, this is the Lover's card, right? This is not you and Josh. This is about you and yourself. And this is about a new version of yourself and an old version of yourself. All right? And so let's talk about this, because you're in this space where you're coming into kind of like an uncomfortable energy because you want more. All right? You want more, and you're coming into this place where it's like you're not content anymore because you're hungry for something different. Okay? And this is all about your spiritual journey right now. Okay? Because your higher self is guiding you, right, to bring in new energy, new information, process new stuff. And so we're going to feel like this stagnant energy where, like, sometimes it's going to be hard to concentrate, right? Sometimes we might get flustered. Sometimes we're going to feel like off. Hi, Oscar's on the desk, right? This is the Six of Pentacles. I really like the art here. Right, that's the Six of Pentacles. I like it. All right. This is the Four of Wands, right? The Four of Wands is like your home, right? This is your home, right? Yourself. Okay. And this is the Hierophant. This is what your higher self looks like, Carrie. I'm just kidding. But it is, right? It's connected to your higher self. These are really pretty cards, right? And so your higher self is calling you home, right? Because that's why we're in this uncomfortable energy right now. The thing, and it's like this. The grounding isn't, it doesn't look like Gandalf. The grounding isn't work. You're having to ground harder, right? You're having to do more things to quiet your mind. It's not everything that used to come easy to you, that you learned how to do. Now it's becoming harder. The reason why it's becoming harder is because you're processing more information, more spiritual knowledge, more energy at a rapid pace, which means that it's more difficult to ground. It's more difficult to quiet your mind. And that's where you're going to have to take the initiative to up your game. Right? It's so exciting, I know. And that's why we're in this like weird space, because you want more. Your higher self is like, hey, we've got more coming in. And you're like, I feel like I'm drowning, but I'm not. Like, I feel like I'm lost, but I'm not. Because you're in the middle, right? You're kind of like in limbo. Because everything that you've learned, you're going to take with you, right? But even that version of you is withering away, right? And this new version of you is emerging. And when the new version of you emerges, the spiritual version of you, that you can understand more. You're heightened, right? Your spiritual gifts, more spiritual gifts are coming online. Your intuition is becoming quicker, right? You're processing faster. It's like you're getting an upgrade on your phone, right? But you're getting a spiritual upgrade right now. Okay? And it's really, really important to give yourself love. Okay? Alexa, turn it up. Right? It's really important right now to give yourself love and put love behind everything that you do, which means let go of any sarcastic notions, ideas, or talk about yourself. Right? Right now. You can come back to it later. Right? And so this is the Three of Wands, right? This is where we're going. I just really like that. Okay? That's our Ace of Cups, okay? That's backing everything with love, right? And that's the Fool. Right? And so everything is all about our emotions right now. And God is really going to like hammer it on you about, you're going to go through like a series of seriousness. Right? And this is about your spiritual authority. This is about being serious within yourself, because you're my fun, go lucky one. All right? But we're gonna pull it in, and we're gonna become, and it won't stay forever. Okay? Because this seriousness has a little bit of the same feeling of when we were in our psychosis, because everything was so serious, right? It's like we were free, but everything was serious, free and serious, right? And so sometimes like I call it like, spiritual PTSD, but it's not, right? It's not what it is. And so it's like this. Have you noticed that it's been harder to concentrate lately? Like, have you noticed that?
Et c'est vrai qu'il y a beaucoup de... Je lui transmets. Il y a beaucoup de personnes qui sont un peu étonnées en début de séance que je leur demande de rien me raconter. Parce que le réflexe qu'on a dans notre société, c'est toujours de raconter en pensant que la personne qui t'écoute, elle va comprendre quelque chose et elle va cibler finalement la méthode qu'elle va utiliser avec toi. Alors qu'en fait, on a déjà un système qui est prêt à se remettre en ordre à l'intérieur et qui demande juste simplement à utiliser cette méthode en fait. C'est comme on laisse faire les choses qui se remettent à la place où elles doivent être en fait. C'est ça le principe de cette technique. Elle ne nécessite pas de ressentir forcément quelque chose dans la séance. Il y a des personnes qui me disent « j'ai rien ressenti ». Il y en a qui me disent « ça m'a un peu perturbé parce que j'avais l'impression que si j'arrivais pas à t'écouter ». Oui, et ça ne veut pas dire que ça marche pas, ça veut dire qu'on fonctionne face à une technique proposée de façon différente.
Okay. To the spiritual journey, there's always different levels. We all carry some kind of low vibrational energy within us. And it's about illuminating the light, right? Because over here, right, with the white witch, it's talking about be the light, right? And then here, right, it's talking about illumination, right? It's talking about the lantern and illuminating, right? And next to it, we have freedom, right? And on the other side of the white witch, we have cycles because we go through different spiritual cycles. And so here, you're going to be transmuting some energy. We're going to be transmuting the Nine of Wands to the Nine of Cups, right? And the Magician. And this is kind of like it's similar to what you've already done, but on a grander scale. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going deeper into you, into your emotions, right? Into your mind, okay? Probably the third eye session when you're ready, right? I think that would be beneficial because it's going to give us 10,000 more things than what we saw before. Because that's where our subconscious, that's where we are ready to see what's hiding in our subconscious, right? And then we get to go to higher realms of consciousness and experience, hey Nicole, and experience a deeper understanding of your spiritual gifts and your journey because of where you are positioned right now. That's exciting. Oh, that's heavy. Right? So we have the Chariot, right? I like that. That's beautiful. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles. All right. The Queen of Swords. The Three of Pentacles and the Strength. And so this is already beginning for you. All right. Let me show you that again. I really like the artwork. The Chariot. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay. This process has already started, right? There's the Queen of Swords. And that's about, I know. And this is about honoring your spiritual authority because we have to get into a seriousness in order to honor the spiritual authority that the universe gives us, that God gives us, right? And then, once we get through that cycle, then we can go back to being goofy and weird. Right? And there's the Three of Pentacles. All right? And the Strength card. Look, just painted you in all the cards. That's you and the Lion. And so you're going to be going on a deeper journey, which tracks, right? Because think about this. You're getting pushed into a deeper spiritual journey within yourself, which means that you're going to be understanding and pulling out all the spiritual knowledge that you had no idea that you knew. But these are keys. Like if you guys saw, where did it go? Shut the door. If you guys saw my video from earlier tonight, right? I did a video and I was like, blah, 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 your keys are in you. Keys are hiding in you, right? We all have keys. God gives us keys. And we have to get through the different spiritual cycles in order to unlock the door to get a key, right? And that key opens up the next phase of your journey, right? But these are connected to your spiritual gifts. They're connected to the Sisters of the Seven Sins, all kinds of stuff, right? But this is about you're going to be exploring a deeper part of your spiritual self. And this is where right now, no sarcastic notions about you, right? We're going to be more serious. It doesn't mean that you can't play with the kids and play with Josh and have fun, but for yourself, right? In your energy, right? And when you talk about you, very secure and spiritually aware, right? This is amazing. And the thing is, it's like, if you think about it, we are very complex people, right? The human, right? We are these beautiful spiritual beings, right? Hey, thanks, Grace. We are these beautiful spiritual beings in the human experience. And so humanity has taught us so many things wrong. And when we finally get to a place on our path individually where we've gone down the wrong road and we're like, I don't want to do that anymore, we start to change. We evolve into a higher version of ourselves. And then there's a switch, right? Where our path diverts into a different direction. And then we become just different. And we're hungry for something more. And then God just pushes us, wakes us up. And when we wake up, we have no idea what's happening, right? We're like La La Land. But it's euphoric. And the euphoria is intoxicating, right? It's like walking through a field of poppies, like poppy flowers in The Wizard of Oz. And that is how, that's how I live my life. I'm always in this euphoric state, as long as I'm not crying or vacuuming the floors. And so we're going to get back into that euphoric feeling in your spiritual path now, because we're going deeper. But that's where I said that you're going to have the little tickle of a little bit of, psychosis, PTSD, because there's a fear behind it. Because you're not going through another psychosis, but you're going to have that euphoric feeling because you're going to go deeper into your spiritual self, right? Where the land of poppies are. Not real poppies, but you know what I mean. When you're ready, get the third eye session, right? We will mask it up.